again. Welcome to another celebratory edition of CropLife Retail Week. As you can hear, our video entry music is just a little different. And Eric, you want to tell them why?
Yeah, actually, because Paul, our alma mater, Cleveland State University, actually ended up winning the Horizon League tournament. So they get an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament for Paul, only the third time in our lifetime. So this is a monumental event for us. That's why I'm wearing green and white. Those are the two colors for CSU, although I must say this is not one of their shirts, but it's still green and white. So unlike you, Paul, you got the white part, you just didn't get the green. So
yeah, I know. I tried to order a championship shirt, but they're already back ordered. It's very popular, as you can imagine.
Well, and you have to understand this. Now, see, our viewers, pardon us for being a little giddy about this, but I mean, it does not happen. It's not like we went to North Carolina or Duke and, those schools get into the NCAA tournament every year, whether they have good records or bad, or so it seems. Whereas our team really, unless they win their league championship, they don't make it in. And, the first time they made it in was the year you and I were graduating from Cleveland State back in 1986. The second time they made it in, my son, box person, you remember Cole, he was just getting ready to celebrate his first birthday. And now they've made it in for a third time, and my son is getting ready to turn 13. So as you can tell, this is not a common occurrence. That's why Paul and I are going to enjoy the NCAA tournament this year. And I'd say if you guys don't have out there in viewer land, you don't have a team with skin in the game, consider becoming Vikings fans for CSU.
Even if you do root for us anyway, because we really need it. But I was gonna
say we've made it to the Sweet 16 one time. That's about as far as we've gotten. So
the two times we went in, we've won the opener. So anyone who's playing us, if you do have skin in the game and you're playing Cleveland State, you might want to watch out. For those of our friends in Purdue who remember way back then, got a lot of glee out of seeing us beat Bobby Knight and the Indiana Hoosiers in 1986. That was a big one, and we beat Wake Forest in 2009. So we beat some name teams once we got there. I guess people underestimating us or whatever, but we've had some exciting times. It's just been really wide yawning gaps in between those.
Yes, but again, it's been, like I said, it's been 12 years since we got to celebrate. So this year I will be watching the tournament with a little more interest than just following the random poll team I end up in our office pool. I'll actually have a team to root for, and it's too bad we're not in the office, because I know our tradition, since we've done it one time, was to order pizza from the place that was across the street from campus where we used to eat our lunches while we were in college. And we shared I remember a plain pizza over the last game as we were enjoying the upset win by Cleveland State over Wake Forest back in 2009. So.
Yeah, we'll have to find some Rascal House. That was some good pizza, man.
Yeah, well, there's more of them now. I think they actually have branches all over the east side, except you and I, as we've pointed out in many of videos, we work on the east side, but we live on the west side. So getting pizza from Rascal House is not exactly a short drive for us at this point.
Could be.
Paul, I think we've bored everybody enough with this, haven't we?
They haven't turned it off already, or
I'm sure they just they're probably not caring. So
found our catchy fight song on YouTube somewhere. You might be listening to that, but be that as it may, we do have a few things to talk about. So why don't you go ahead, Eric?
Yeah, a couple of bits of news. This one's actually more in the category of general things to kind of keep an eye on. As you might remember, Paul, with COVID-19 and closures going on all throughout 2020, the total U.S. economy did take a bit of a hit. It was down 2.5%, according to the statistics I was able to find. But, we got vaccines now. A couple of states are reopening. There's some positive vibes out there that things might return to normal as we get towards the middle of the year. And based on what economic forecasts are, it looks like originally they were thinking the U.S. economy would grow in 2021 around 5% or so. Now they've revised that. They're saying 6.7% growth seems more likely. So again, the general economy doing better is probably not bad for our folks in ag either.
Yeah, I mean, say what you will about putting money in the hands of the ordinary people. I mean, that money is going to go right back into the economy. So hopefully that does in fact have a jumpstart effect, especially if we get past this COVID thing a little faster than they thought they would in the first place. Maybe that's what's driving it. It's just, if we can get people, just excited about living again and being able to be together and so forth, that money's going to flow. So let's hope it does, and it does what it's supposed to, because I think it'll be good for everybody.
Yeah. Amen. So yeah, we'll have to be following that as the year goes on, obviously.
So yeah, I just wanted to point, and I mentioned this in the last couple of videos, but the technology is, again, we're seeing lots and lots of folks getting together, lots of new introductions. You saw, Schrimpf Tech partnering with Series Communication or Series Solutions, Netafim, it's and Acre Technologies. They have a new, they have an under the canopy field diagnostic system that's expanding service nationwide. It's really going to be an interesting year in technology. This just from the standpoint of people choosing up partners and some of the stuff that's really happening kind of in the field as it happens. Technology that's going to give feedback and provide data that we can make actionable. Just really excited about seeing all these technologies and these companies getting together. And of course, the whole notion of sustainability and carbon is continuing, to get more and more momentum. So, just more stuff to keep an eye on and things that we're really excited about. And the retailer is going to be involved in all those.
Yeah, no, I know. And if things go according to plan, you'll be hearing more about that from us here at CropLife in the near future, obviously, because a lot of people are discussing this topic, at every trade event we go to these days.
So what else we have, sir?
What else we have? Well, actually, a little bit more on the consolidation front, I guess you would say. This kind of has more of an impact on our friends in the international market than in the U.S., but it's a U.S. company involved out of Yuma, Arizona, Gowan. They actually purchased the controlling interests in a company called Isagro, which is a big post-patent product supplier in the international marketplace. Gowan said they're making this purchase because it's going to help expand their business and help them get a bigger global footprint going forward. So again, congratulations to our friends at Gowan for expanding their market outside the U.S. a little bit more. Right.
Yeah. Again, the players that are going to sustain are going to have scale and market access to their products. So, it's just more and more that's going to happen pretty much at every level of agriculture.
Yeah. I was going to say, it may get to the point, Paul, where it'll be rare when we have a video or I'm not reporting on some type of a merger or consolidation or acquisition news. So I know that may be our new drinking game. Forget undisclosed locations. It may be, if I mentioned those three words, mergers, acquisition, or consolidation, you take your shot then. So
great. Giving our readers or our viewers an excuse to drink more. That's good. Nice job.
Yeah, and one other thing to add, I know this is a sort of a shout out to someone I knew pretty well in the marketplace. Folks might remember a couple of years ago, the folks at DuPont and then Corteva had the environmental respect program for ag retailers, and one of the people I met as a part of that program was a lady by the name of Krysta Harden, who at the time was the chief sustainability officer at Corteva. I had read that Krysta had left Corteva in May of 2020. And I just found out this week that actually she left to go to the U.S. Dairy Export Council to serve as their COO, but now has officially here on March 1st been promoted to president CEO of that trade group. So congratulations to Krysta. I'm glad you're still staying in ag in the business. But I'll miss seeing you at Corteva events moving forward, because I know you were a great speaker. I loved hearing from you. And again, sustainability was something that obviously Paul and I have talked about a lot. It is important to the industry, and hoping that I'll be able to meet whoever replaced you at Corteva down the line when we get back to in-person events, Paul, which hopefully will happen this year.
Someday soon, we hope. Yeah, we made a lot of friends. We made a lot of friends at DuPont and Corteva over the years of that program. I know you in particular were pretty intimate with the Environmental Respect Award program. So yeah, good. All the best to her and everyone else as we try and emerge out of this thing and start getting out to see people.
Yep. So that's about all I have this week, Paul. So other than go Vikings, and I guess we'll find out over the weekend what seed they're going to give us and what big school we get to play this year. Duke maybe, or I don't know, Gonzaga. Who knows? Sure, it'll be somebody who was supposed to crush us in the first round. So.
Yeah, well, let's hope it's not a 16 seed. I'm hoping it's 14. Maybe give us at least a prayer of having a good first half. I don't know.
We will see.
We shall see, but we'll be with them no matter what. So, and we'll be with you next week. That's it for this edition of CropLife Retail Week, and we'll see you next time.
If you have questions or comments about today's episode of Retail Week, contact us by email or Twitter, or type your message in the comment section below.
Your feedback is important to us. We'll try our best to address your thoughts in next week's episode.
And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.